Well, here's some stuff. San Francisco tried to unveil a taxpayer-funded, of course, because it's, San Francisco, open-air Christmas market that's become a dystopian hellhole after being besieged by city's famed druggies. Fame, more like infamy, but that is definitely what San Francisco is infamous for. They can't have nice things there anymore, right? Like, it's San Francisco. Like, we all know what San Francisco is at this point, I think. Anyway, San Francisco's taxpayer-funded open-air Christmas market, hoped to be a wholesome holiday outing for families, is in fact a dystopian hellhole besieged by city's famed drug addicts. That's what concerned residents living near the market have revealed. One property owner posted to social media what she's described to be a horrible decline in the area. Wow, that happened fast. Clip shows a homeless person under a blanket just a few yards away from the Winter Wonderland market. It's right near City Hall, apparently. Camera, pans down, shows the market itself where two people dressed as cuddly characters perform on a small stage. Camera woman zooms off to the left and films a man swigging what appears to be a bottle of brown liquor. Fun for the whole family. It was set up just minutes from the now closed Tenderloin Linkage Center. That was set up to help addicts get clean. That didn't work. I'm sure that was taxpayer funded too. The footage filmed by the concerned mother of two is in stark contrast to promotional material. You think? Here's your stark contrast. It's a Winter Wonderland holiday village, and there's a homeless guy under a blanket. Yeah. What a bummer. Oh, syringes everywhere for days. They just got a whole pile of stuff. There's your performers. Yeah, buddy. Get it. He's watching the show. There's your family-friendly entertainment. Like, what the hell is this? Like, how did they think this was gonna go? It's San Francisco. Balloon twisting fun. And face painting. Mayor, London breed. That was, I guess, at the beginning of the year, back when things were fresh and new. Now it's this. Leftist cities, everywhere, pretty much all the cities in America at this point, you suck. All right? There's a lot of people out there now that aren't buying what you're peddling, but he sure is. He's buying whatever he can get his hands on. He's like actively shooting up in that picture. So that's awesome. Yeah, buddy, there's your Winter Wonderland. Hell yeah. It looks like fun. That's a person. He's sleepy. The woman who filmed it asked to remain nameless because if she does not remain nameless, she'll be attacked, I would assume, on social media. She writes, misery, drug abuse, overdosing, drug dealing in Mayor's Winter Wonderland. But yeah, it looks great. Oh man, that's a bummer. See-through toilets malfunction in Shibuya, Tokyo, Japan. Apparently that's a see-through toilet. And when you walk into the see-through toilet, the walls go opaque. The glass that's like you can change it to opaque or whatever. Apparently it does not work in low temperatures. So I guess people were walking into the restrooms here and making a dump and everybody's looking at them. Usually, I guess these things you can still see out, right? Well, everybody could see in too. Yeah, it allowed people to see inside while still in use. They are made of special glass, which becomes opaque when locked. It was discovered Tuesday that this mechanism did not in fact work. Glass particles that had hardened due to cold weather caused delays in the glass becoming opaque. So you might be taking a dump and everybody's looking at you. See-through bathrooms, just because you can do a thing does not mean that you must or even should do that thing. Minnesota paper company sues feds over beaver dam removal. What? Paper company Northern Minnesota is suing the federal government over a bungled beaver dam removal that flooded two roads in a campground. It says that 2 USDA employees blew up a dam on the company's property without first dismantling another beaver dam downstream, action that caused a cascade of water ultimately put the paper company under the scrutiny Minnesota State Department of Natural Resources. What? It's not their fault. Why is the state going after them, man? Freaking government blew it up. You know, of all the complaints that I have about the federal government, using explosives to clear a beaver dam is pretty gangster. Like, that's actually kind of cool. I mean, obviously it's, turned out horribly, and you probably should never do that. But yeah, it's kind of cool, right? Like, it's kind of like using a sledgehammer to kill an ant. According to the agency's website, it offers technical and direct assistance for farmers and foresters in dealing with beavers. Analysis of its work showed that $20.93 was saved for every dollar spent on beaver damage management. Well, they all the savings they blew away, literally blew it up, because the damage they caused came out to $817,000. Obviously, this paper company is suing the USDA. So they blew up the first dam, and then the second one, was overwhelmed. And I guess once the water reached critical mass there, it just broke through and caused a massive flood. Deposited dirt, rocks, and debris across 19,000 square feet of Pokemaga Lake. DNR, I guess, which is that state agency, later ordered Blandin to repair the damage. No, it's not Blandin's fault. The government did it. Yeah, according to agreement between Blandin and USDA, the federal agency was responsible for obtaining permits to do the dam removal work. The state agency then later informed the company that nobody had secured permits. Basically, they just took the explosives out there, blew it the hell up, and walked away. And the state's like, what the hell, man? So they can remove their dams by either using explosives or hand rakes. There's no, is there an in-between option? I mean, I have a hand rake. I would not think that, if this rake isn't going to work, I better get some C4. Oh, and I think we've talked about Indiana, meth capital of the world. Lawrence County, Indiana man faces charges after police say he killed and mutilated his father, who he believed to be a robot. He was on meth. They were probably all on meth. It's Indiana. I'm sorry if you live in Indiana. I'm not sorry for saying it. I'm just sorry because you live in Indiana. They responded to a welfare check on 20 December at Hayes Mitchell home. Hayes Mitchell's home? I swear, man, journalists cannot write English anymore. I mean, where, if you're a journalist, okay, this is like what you do. So please do. Anyway, police say they got a call from someone who said Hayes told them that Hayes' father was turned into a robot, so Hayes shot and mutilated him. This guy had been making posts on social media about, how somebody had kidnapped his dad and replaced him with a robot that looks like his dad. Don't know what evidence he had to support the robot theory, but apparently he had enough. I wonder if he still thinks that, because the whole shooting thing should have been kind of a giveaway that, maybe it wasn't a robot. When police arrived, they saw Hayes trying to back out of the driveway. When they asked about his father, Hayes told them that it wasn't his father. They asked him where his dad was. Hayes gestured towards the residence. Wait a minute, he gestured toward the residence. But it's not his dad, it's a robot. So why did he gesture towards the residence when they asked him where his dad was? He don't know where his dad is. The robot's not your dad, and that was the whole reason, unless maybe he came to the conclusion that after he shot him that he was in fact not a robot. It was his dad. He had mutilated and partially dismembered. Well, then he should have known it wasn't a robot. Why are you committed? I think that's what it is. At this point, he was just committed to the robot thing. He was probably telling himself, yeah, my dad's not really a robot, but I've kind of gone all in here, so got to stay with the robot thing. Well, anyway, there he is. He still has a suspicious look on his face, too. He's looking at the cameraman wait a minute. yeah, so do me a big old favor and like, share, subscribe, comment. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, blah, blah, blah. Later.